just came out of your body. Congratulations! But what do you do now? Now it's time to focus on the next big step, which is feeding your baby. If you're planning to feed your baby from your body, this video is for you. Most of the time people think that they have to force the baby to feed immediately after birth. There's a lot of grabbing the breast and kind of forcefully shoving it into the baby's mouth and hoping that they latch. When I was a birth doula so many years ago, I saw this all the time. But here's the big secret. Babies are born already knowing how to find the nipple and initiate feeding all on their own. This is called baby-initiated feeding. So basically, in most circumstances, if you give birth to your baby and you put them directly on your belly or on your chest, and just leave them alone, maybe keep them warm with a blanket over their back, but otherwise leave them alone, and just give them a little bit of time. Most of the time, the baby will assume an army crawl, and they'll start to kind of work their way towards the breast. When a baby is hungry and they're looking for the breast, they'll show signs by kind of smacking their lips, opening their mouth, kind of bobbing their mouth around on your chest oh. Babies do need support with their head. Sometimes they'll find the breast and they'll kind of fall off a little bit. So giving them good support is important, but there's no need to shove your nipple into your baby's mouth immediately after they come out. It's okay really to wait up to an hour and sometimes even longer before the baby feeds, but oftentimes having your baby feed within the first hour is ideal. So what are the situations where baby needs support feeding and the baby initiated feeding isn't going to work? Sometimes babies are born with low blood sugar. So if the person who gave birth had low blood sugar during labor, it's likely that the baby has low blood sugar as well. If the baby has low blood sugar, they might just feel kind of lethargic after birth, and they might not have the strength to initiate feeding or to maintain a good feeding. In this case, you might need to support the baby in getting enough colostrum to boost their blood sugar so that they have the energy to keep feeding on their own. Sometimes people will supplement with donated colostrum, but most of the time you can pump your own colostrum, or you could hand express it into a spoon and feed it to the baby. Other times, even if a baby has low sugar, they'll still be able to nurse. They'll just need a little bit more support getting there and maintaining the nursing. Other circumstances where the baby might have a hard time with baby-initiated feeding is if they're premature or if they're sick when they're born. This just means that they might not have the same amount of energy as a full-term baby who is healthy and strong to, make their way all the way to the breast and to latch and to have a full feeding, which usually lasts about 15 to 20 minutes. So yes, there are definitely circumstances where it's important to step in and help the baby if needed, but most of the time, just simply by leaving baby alone and letting them be skin to skin with you on your chest is the best thing you can do to support them in initiating feeding.